Breaking news, major cuts to UK benefits system. Is your payment safe? Welcome back to the channel, your trusted source for the latest UK pension and benefits news. Today, we're covering a breaking story that will impact millions of people across the United Kingdom. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, has announced significant changes affecting 4 of the country's core benefit programs. If you receive Universal Credit, Personal Independence Payment, PIP, Employment and Support Allowance, ESA, or Housing Benefit, then you need to pay close attention. Your finances could be at risk. These updates represent one of the biggest shifts to the UK's welfare system in recent years. With concerns rising about tighter eligibility requirements, more rigorous assessments, and a fast-track transition to universal credit, it's vital to stay informed and prepared. Let's break it all down so you know exactly what's changing, how it could affect you, and what steps you can take to protect your support. What's happening? The DWP has unveiled a series of reforms that are already sparking debate among MPs, charities, and claimants. According to the government, these reforms are intended to modernise the system, reduce inefficiencies, and focus more on helping people into work. However, many fear these changes are primarily aimed at cutting costs, which may lead to a tougher time for those who genuinely need support. Let's examine each benefit in turn to understand exactly what's changing and how it may affect you. 1. Universal Credit, tighter rules and increased work expectations. Universal Credit is the UK's largest benefit scheme, designed to help low-income individuals and families meet basic living costs. But under the latest reforms, the DWP is tightening the eligibility rules. One of the key updates is that more people will be subject to regular reassessments even if they've been previously deemed eligible. The government is placing stronger emphasis on encouraging claimants to find work or increase their hours. While this might seem fair on the surface, it places added pressure on those with long-term health issues or fluctuating conditions. People like Sarah, who has a chronic illness, have already begun facing more frequent reviews despite having medical proof of her ongoing condition. This kind of scrutiny could become the norm under the new system. So, if you currently receive universal credit, expect to face closer monitoring. It's essential to keep all relevant documents such as sick notes, medical assessments, and work capability letters up to date and easily accessible. 2. Personal Independence Payment, PIP, mental health assessments under review. Next, let's talk about PIP. This benefit is vital for those living with disabilities or serious health conditions, including mental health challenges. However, the DWP is now reviewing how fluctuating conditions and psychological illnesses are assessed. This means that even if you've been receiving PIP for years, your award could be reassessed under new guidelines. Unfortunately, the early signs are worrying. Many mental health advocates warn that these changes might result in reduced awards or outright denial of support for people with complex but less visible conditions. The changes aim to reflect what individuals can do on their best days, rather than what they can't do on their worst, which may paint an unfair picture for many. If you receive PIP and suffer from a mental health condition, now is the time to act. Make sure you have up-to-date records from your GP, therapist, or consultant. These documents can make a big difference if your claim is reviewed. 3. Employment and Support Allowance, ESA, a shift in assessment philosophy. The third major update affects ESA, a benefit paid to individuals who are unable to work due to health reasons. Here too, the DWP is adopting a new approach. Instead of focusing on limitations, they now aim to assess what claimants can do no matter how limited those capabilities may be. While this change is framed as a more holistic method, many worry it will simply allow the DWP to cut support for vulnerable people. Claimants might now be expected to explore part-time work, flexible roles, or even remote employment regardless of how appropriate or realistic those options are. If you rely on ESA, it's critical to understand how these new standards will affect you. The government's focus is shifting away from full-time unfitness for work and toward identifying any capacity for employment. That could put your benefits under review, so stay prepared. 4. Housing Benefit, transitioning to universal credit. The fourth and final change impacts people who are still receiving housing benefit under the older system. The DWP has confirmed that this group will soon be transitioned over to universal credit as part of a national rollout. Although this shift won't happen overnight, it will affect how much housing support people receive and when. In many cases, claimants may find that their rent support is reduced, or that they face new conditions tied to job seeking or income thresholds. To prepare, start reviewing your current housing benefit award and compare it to what you'd receive under universal credit. There may be a gap, and knowing that in advance could help you plan more effectively. What you can do now. With all these changes rolling out over the next 18 to 24 months, you do have time to get ready. But don't delay. Acting early can make all the difference in protecting your income and avoiding unnecessary stress. Here are a few important steps you can take. Check all correspondence, read every letter or email from the DWP carefully. These messages may contain key details about changes to your case or deadlines for reassessments. Organize your documents, keep all medical reports, benefit award letters, proof of income, and other supporting materials in one place. Being organized will help you respond quickly to any changes or requests for evidence. Know your rights. If your benefits are reduced or stopped and you believe it's unfair, you have the right to challenge the decision. This process is called mandatory reconsideration, and many claimants have successfully reversed cuts by submitting better evidence. Take John, for instance. After his PIP award was reduced, he gathered updated medical records, a letter from his GP, and testimonials from support workers. He appealed and the decision was overturned. You can do the same if necessary. Seek help if needed. There are charities, advocacy groups, and local organizations that can help you navigate the benefits system. Don't hesitate to reach out. Links to support services are included in the video description below. Final thoughts. These new DWP policies mark a major shift in how support is delivered across the UK. And while the government claims these changes are aimed at improving the system, many feel they create more barriers for those who already face daily challenges. The key is to stay informed, stay organized, and stay strong. If a decision doesn't seem right, challenge it. If you're unsure how to respond, seek advice. If you feel overwhelmed, remember, you're not alone. We'll continue monitoring the situation closely and bringing you updates as they happen. To stay ahead of the curve and make sure you never miss a critical update, subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep this community informed, empowered, and prepared. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.